What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
Naima.
This is not
Another damn podcast.
presented by
Our damn selves.
episode 269. Yeah.
The windows. Oh, that's 369. Never mind.
Yeah.
Ready for 369 now.
Hand it off from 369. There, we'll save that when we get there. 100 off. Shout out Chris Rock, matter of fact. Him and Kevin Hart, they did a show in the Garden, and Dave Chappelle was surprised. So that got possibly the greatest comedy show of all time. You got the three of them. It's like, yeah, because it was Chris.
This generation, the last 20 years, like who's been more influential than these three guys?
They brought Dave, like he made a surprise appearance. I'm like, okay, like how come they couldn't do that shit and do that shit here? Do that shit at the UC or somewhere, or the Pavilion. Do it. Let's do it here. But yeah, no, the Garden is special and shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Mecca, whatever. I still want to go,
especially for Chris Rock. Like he's like a New York guy, so that definitely had to be.
Because he'd be at the games. He'd be at the Knicks games.
For the Knicks games, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Him and Spike sitting together before.
And then Seinfeld be there.
Gary, another New York guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Who else will be there? Somebody else. Can't remember now.
Nobody.
It would be like a nice, like, you would select a nice New York celebs. I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. We still need to get that back in Chicago. We need somebody like a consistent person in Chicago.
It's a weird market. It's like I love my city, but it's not like it seems like it will be a hub, like the Midwest version of like New York is the East, LA is the West. Is like it's like it'll be something like there. It's like
it should be Chicago, right? It should be.
We don't, because like we don't have like it's not that entertainment hub. That's the word I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've never had like the Grammys here or the BET Awards filmed in Chicago. It should be an entertainment hub like that. I believe it's like we should get some of that big time stuff. It's like there's been a couple of like talk show, like obviously Oprah being the mecca of the one that was taped in Chicago. Steve Harvey used to tape in Chicago, so there's been a few big talk shows taped out of Chicago. Springer.
I'm saying that Jerry Springer was in Chicago.
There's been a few big like talk shows. But like East Coast, he's like the Tonight Show and all of that shit is like and then West Coast they like
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, Kimmel and the old Tonight Show with Jay Leno taped out of LA and shit.
Yeah, like Jimmy Fallon.
Fallon is on the East Coast now. Yeah, he's in.
Fallon's
in New York. Yeah, what's the name? Leno taped out of LA when he was doing. I believe but yeah, it's like Chicago needs to be that. That's what I want my city to be. That big entertainment.
Who's gonna be the next one? We need somebody to be the next one to put us on.
You got Breakfast Club on the East Coast. You got Big Boy on LA. So like, yeah, let's be the odds man in Chicago. I'm just saying.
Speak that into existence. Hey, if you ain't going to advocate for yourself.
Y'all thought I was going to say somebody else. Nope, me, damn it.
If you ain't going to advocate for yourself.
Like Derrick Rose say he's Chicago. Why not me? Like I put my Derrick Rose, like, why not me?
And he willed that. And Derrick Rose was MVP. The very next year, he wielded that.
Think about that. This was like 2010 when he said that. LeBron, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, like all of these guys were around then. It's like he said, why not me?
Chris Paul, yeah.
Chris Paul was, he was still in New Orleans, but he still was relevant then.
It was Chris Paul, yeah.
Nowitzki was around. It's like, think about the people that were around during that time. He said, like, yeah, fuck all them. Why not me? And said,
it was like, they good.
This is prime Dwight when he won like 3 defensive players of the year.
Timmy was around still.
It's like, just think about the era when he said that. And it's like,
all these goats. And Derrick Rose said, well,
they cool,
goats, but
can I be the MVP? Damn it.
I'm still here.
He's like, why can't I be the MVP? And he won that shit over all of those guys we just named.
Very next year.
For all those guys we just named. All right, where are we starting at? There's a lot to talk about. I'm just looking at this.
Lord.
Yeah. That's why I want to have some fun. It's like a lot of gun talk. It's like that's what I'm looking at. It might even be the name of it. A lot of gun talk. Is like
what's with the guns?
A lot of guns. We'll even start with I'm not even. I don't even know if I want to go with Congress because right now they're trying to pass the AR ban nationally. It's in the House right now. I don't think it gets past the Senate because of the filibuster. If you know anything about how politics works, yeah. For it to go straight through the Senate, they would need 60 votes. But right now, the Senate is 50-50, 50 Republicans, 50 Democrats. So 10 Republicans would have
they would have to flip. Yeah.
So I think it dies in the Senate, like but
it probably does.
Ban. It probably passes the House. It probably dies in the Senate. I don't see it happening because it's too many fucking ARs. What are you gonna do? I think it's like 20 million of them guns out. It's like just signing a piece of paper. It's not gonna make 20 million guns disappear.
And then the honor system isn't gonna work. If you got an AR, turn that gun in. The honor system doesn't work. Like it just doesn't. It's nice in theory to think that people are gonna be honest and do the right thing, but come on now.
Speaking of doing the right thing with an AR, now that you heard about the Indiana mall shooting, you hear about that? Have you heard?
Oh, and the Good Samaritan that got the person. Yeah, the Good Samaritan. Yeah. Yes, I did see that. What part of Indiana was it in?
I'm getting the story right now.
Because I did see that blurb come up briefly, and they was like, yeah, it was a Good Samaritan that was there who got the bad guy. They was like the right thing happened. The right thing, which is what we want. We want the good guy to be the one who takes out the bad guy.
That's the purpose of carrying, yeah.
Right, I did see that.
Mm-hmm. Eli, the guy's name. It's in Greenwood, Indiana. They say it's like it's on the outskirts of Indianapolis. That's the part of the
city. So it's like near central Indiana. Okay. It's near central. Okay.
Yeah, Eli Dickens. He was out, having a regular old Sunday. Him and his girlfriend shopping at the mall. No, nothing out of the ordinary. And then this nut, whose name I'm only gonna say once, Douglas Spireman. Yeah, like so. Fuck him, 20-year-old Douglas. He fired 24 rounds from an AR, killed 3. Eli was like observing. Yeah, he got low, had his girlfriend get behind. He even like got other people down. He had his concealed weapon on him. He fired 10 shots in the dude and shit and got him and shit. Yeah, so it could have been a lot worse because dude had one AR and then they found after like everything was settled when the police like came and checked, there was another one he had in the bathroom. So he had two rifles. This guy, yeah.
I think I keep on going back to you're 20 years old. Like at 20 years old, like. I was 20 years old over 20 years ago. So it's like my mind wasn't on stuff like that. I was like, okay, I want to hang out with my friends. I can't wait to go to the club. I turn 21 next year. I want to go to the club. I want to hang out. I even went to like the little 17 and over parties or whatever. But I was focusing on doing fun things with my friends.
Or we would have been the ones just hanging out at the mall. Like that.
That's what I was focused on. Hanging out with my friends.
Just hanging out at the plaza with us back in
the plaza, River Oaks, Ford City.
At the mall. It's like, not like, we can shoot this bitch up. It's like we've just been at the mall, just kicking it with our people and shit. Or like going to a movie, So
right.
And me and Feast would have checked out what was out when I was like 20 years old. Like I was gonna say Juice. I was a little before I was in high school, but you get the point I'm making. Yeah,
maybe like a soul food or something like that.
Or Don't Be a Menace. That's a good
around that time. Yeah.
And so let's go check out Don't Be a Menace.
Dangerous Minds.
Or Drinking Juice in the Hood and shit. Like it'll probably been or Friday is another good shit.
Friday, that's a good one. Friday
movies we would have checked out. Friday, Don't Be a Menace, movies like that. Like let's go check that out. Like not trying to shoot the bitch up. It's like we'd have been looking at trying to check out those types of movies, hanging out with them all. But shout out Eli Dickens,
I mean,
say his name, he stopped that because like three people got killed, but like it could have been a lot worse because like dude had like rifles and shit, so like and he took him out with a Glock. Took him out with a Glock and shit,
And he did the appropriate thing. He got low, and now sure he fired it like he fired his shots.
He waited for his moment, saw his opportunity, and then
because like you always say, most gun fights are like less than 15 seconds. It's like if not
Yeah, it's not like the movies. It's
not
like
like the movie. It's not Die Hard. It's not
like 10 seconds or less. It's like that.
Not that. It's like 15 seconds or less,
Like
right?
the old Phoenix Suns D'Antoni up. It's like 10 seconds or less. Whatever. That's what gunfights are like. Like the Phoenix Suns.
It's not the.
D'Antoni.
It's not that. It's not that. It's not like in the movies they show it where it's like real whatever. But I'm glad that let's say Eli
Dickens is his name.
Eli Dickens.
22
so
years old, young man. Like yeah, you could tell he was well trained too, because like he got his target. Yeah.
Yeah, with 10 shots. I mean, with 10, he only did 10 shots. So I mean, it wasn't like he had to do a lot. Yeah.
And like,
I mean, and that's the other part I was going to say. If you are a person who conceal carry, my thing is like regularly go to the range so you actually can be prepared. So if that moment does happen, because
that's the thing about gun ownership,
a gun is no good if you can't shoot it. People if you have no aim.
Average person, average gun owner, like, well, a lot of people don't even have they get their concealed license because it's like, especially in Illinois, it's a lot to get in. You got to take the class, which is money, and then like you got to go to the place, which is more money. It's like, yeah, you're gonna be out of $300-$400 basically, like just to get that little piece of paper to carry a license. And then most people they get it, and then like they don't even get to like they get it and then put the gun in the drawer and forget about it. Like yeah, if some shit pops off, you're not ready and shit. You ain't touched that gun in a year and shit. Like you think you're ready to take in a home invader? No, you got to go to the range and shit and get them ready. Yeah,
you gotta get your shots ready. So I mean, that's the thing I say. If you are a person, you do exercise your Second Amendment right. Do your due diligence and go and practice. Like go out there, go to the range.
Get your concealed carry license and then go to the range regularly, like at least like once a week, maybe twice if you have the time and the money. At least once a week, go to that range though.
Be like the girl in The Brothers, BB.
She went to the range. See?
She's like, I'm licensed to correct it.
Correct, yeah. In Indiana, what made this even more
Matrix?
Yeah, what made it more fascinating is Indiana just passed constitutional carry. Are you aware what that is?
No, what does that entail?
That just means that if you're a citizen without felonies, you can carry a gun. You don't have to do a concealed carry license or none of that. And like it's like half the states are there. Now Indiana just passed it July 1st. So like literally it just happened. Like yeah, it's like a few weeks back. Indiana said, "Hey, we done with that concealed carry bullshit. Just like if you're a citizen, you're not a felon. You can
not a felon."
That's where Indiana is at right there. You can, if you're a citizen over the age of either 18 or 21, I forget what it is, but you're a citizen of age.
21.
Felon, yeah, 21, you carry your shit. That's what Indiana says. So like I don't think this kid it said I'm calling him a kid, but he's 22. I don't think Eli had a carry license, but he didn't need one in Indiana because Indiana is constitutional carry is what they call it. Yeah. And it's like and it became like a thing, like motherfuckers were trying to like talk shit about him and shit. And then the mall had like it was a gun-free zone, which really gun-free zones are bullshit. I feel like gun-free zone is like, but that fucking nut with the rifle didn't follow. He didn't follow the rules. Like yeah, so
who's protecting the mall? If it's a gun-free zone,
Blart and shit. Yeah, yeah. On his
Segway. I see you. Like what's?
You got Kevin James on a Segway protecting them all. Like what?
You got top flight security of the world, Craig and Day Day.
I mean, Mr. Otis Martin and shit is like who's protecting them all? Shit.
Even Barney Fife had a gun, so I mean, come on now.
He had one bullet, but he had one. Yeah. Let me get my bullet.
Barney Fife had
one bullet.
In Mayberry, no less. In Mayberry, where they left the doors unlocked, you could just like the houses were left unlocked in Mayberry. That's what they did there.
But yeah, some people were talking shit about, like I saw on The View, Sonny Hostin's dumbass was talking shit about him, and I'm like, well, he stopped the fucking mass shooter. Like, come on, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he stopped the lunatic.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't have had his gun in there either. Like,
so more people, so now we can have more memorial services for people.
It just sound dumb. That's all I'm saying. Shout out that young man. He did the right thing. I'd have done the
like both things can be correct. Both sides can be correct. Like yes, there needs to be some control, but the fact that like that happened where the right thing happened, that was a case where the correct thing happened. The correct thing did.
So the bottom line is like what this story put out there, moral of the story for all my, because like I said, we live over east, like so we're not that far from Indiana. So like all my folks in Northwest Indiana, you can carry your shit without a permit. That's what I gotta say. So there you go. Yeah. That's what put it out there.
Shout out Gary.
Yeah. Gary, you don't need a license to carry in
Gary, Griffith,
yeah,
Maryville,
Hammond, Highland,
Hammond, Munster.
what else is over there? All of them. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Whiting is like
Whiting, yeah.
Right over, like that's the first town. Like Whiting,
Chicago. Which is Indiana, but that's why you eat
Maryville, all of those. Yeah. Dyer, all of that. Yeah.
Dyer, yeah. And we know all the ones that are like right there, like right by Chicago.
The Northwest Indiana cluster, but like that's what that's the part they should be talking about. Indiana's constitutional carry, because it's quietly past that shit. It's like, yeah, because they don't want motherfuckers like to know that you can carry. That's all that is. So, yeah, don't pass it, but don't let them know and shit they can carry. So
don't advertise it.
You carry your shit.
A lot of stuff comes on the books starting July 1st, because that's a new fiscal year for people who don't realize that. July 1st is a fiscal year. They don't go by the calendar. Not no January 1st. It's always July 1st.
Hypothetically, not in car, but if you own a gun and you haven't gotten your license, if you're in Indiana, you can carry without it. I'm just saying. It's from our Illinois folks too. Like, yeah, just don't have it on you in Illinois. If you cross that state line, you can have it. Indiana, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, well, let's shift from that. And did you hear about let's stay local. Like, there's another local crazy story and shit. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
One in Chicago. Young lady by the name of Aaliyah Ivory. Have you heard that story yet?
Refresh me more with Aaliyah Ivory.
There's a road rage incident, so you can already see where this is
going. Yeah. No, I haven't heard that one. There was another one that I heard with someone, but it wasn't. Yeah. Okay. So you said it was a road rage that happened here in Chicago, actually in Chicago, and not Chicago. Not Chicago.
I'm pulling it up right now.
But actually here.
I-57, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's like it's by Matson, but like, yeah, it's close enough to, yeah.
Yeah, it's still close enough.
Close enough, yeah. Like, yeah. It's like
I-57, that's all I need to hear.
I-57, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like she it basically like some incident, like I don't know who cut who off, but it's an incident where a black lady, yeah, she they had words on the road and the guy fucking shot her and shit, yeah. And she's in the hospital now, like battling for her life and all of that. And the guy, he hasn't been arrested yet. That's the story and shit. Yeah.
What?
It's like
why?
They're still investigating the shit. It's like the guy hasn't.
Why?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I saw that, I'm like, that shit is scary because like
you shoot somebody because you have
road rage incidents before. That's why it's scary and shit. It's like, yeah, like that could be anybody with like somebody. That's why I try not to I'll try not to do that shit. It's like, because you never know. It's like, yeah, like fuck you, motherfucker. And then
somebody just start blasting in your car. Yeah. Like the most I do is
I don't have time to get to my shit in time because like
the most I do is I just honk my horn. When somebody starts screaming at the window to me, I just ignore them.
Well, because remember that back in the day, you remember this used to ride me. I used to follow people, that kind of shit. They cut me
off.
I
remember.
Like, I could be that one that gets shot. What if I'm following somebody with a fucking gun? It's like, yeah. So I used to do that in my young dumb days. Though, remember we ride and they cut me off and shit, and then they flip me off. I'd follow them, that kind of shit. Like now, I just let it go. Like, fuck him and shit. I let it go now. But I used to be that one to follow motherfuckers. Like, nah, because you don't know who's on the other end of that car.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, her family is fighting. They want charges against this fucking guy.
Yeah.
I don't have the guy's name and shit either. Yeah, they didn't put his name, but like
they probably trying for protection. Yeah, because like if somebody knows it, and like if it's like somebody who's a family friend of her, that they may go to the person's house and they may take matters into their own hands. So maybe it's best that they don't put the person's name out there, because then you might have some vigilante stuff happen where somebody goes and
6 shots too. She got shot 6 times. That's crazy.
This is somebody's potential. Like, I mean, I don't know if she's a mother.
Yeah,
she's a mother. So yeah, someone's mother, somebody's daughter, somebody's sister, cousin.
Mm-hmm.
This is somebody's loved one. So somebody may go and retaliate against this guy. So, I mean, the best thing they can do is actually get the real charges.
And at least let a jury decide. It's like,
yeah.
Because now I'm reading it saying the man in question, he's a concealed carry holder. It don't mean you could just shoot him.
I mean, you could just shoot people at will.
It's saying that he felt his life was in danger. Like, but let a jury decide that. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Let the jury decide. Like, put the evidence and let them decide if he was in danger or not. That's what I'm saying. Like, put it up to the jury. Don't just take his word for it. It's like, okay, yeah, we hear you, but we're gonna put it in front of a jury. Let them decide, like, if you really were in danger. That's all I'm saying.
The idiots, I still just like laugh at that video of that guy just firing aimlessly.
Because like somebody threw a bottle or something.
Somebody threw a bottle there. Like, I guess in this view, he thought that maybe the guy shot him.
The guy shot him, but then he like basically emptied his fucking gun.
He was like, he wasn't aiming at nothing. He wasn't aiming at nothing.
Never saw in my life, bro. I don't even know who he. I don't even know if he hit anything or whatever.
He hit nothing. He was aiming at nothing. He was just doing like that, and it confused the mess out of me. I was very confused watching that dash cam video.
But yeah, I hope that something happens. Like, at least, like I said, like, put the charges, let a jury decide. Like, if
and get the correct charges, because it's like, if this young lady dies, then obviously this is murder 2, maybe.
Yeah, probably will be murder charges if
she dies. Yeah, so because you fire someone, fire 6 shots, that's.
And the last gun story, like I said, a lot of gun talk.
That's intended to kill, basically, at this point. Like 6 shots and you're trying to kill somebody.
It's it's like it's the last one I'm gonna talk about, because like the last gun story I'm gonna talk about now is you heard about the Tekel Sundberg. Have you heard that story?
No, what's that?
This was in Minneapolis. This guy, he was having some kind of, they said, a breakdown. So he starts firing into his neighbor's apartment and shit. Long story short, the police come and the snipers take him out and shit. Like, he's a young black guy. It's Minneapolis, so of course, like Ben Crump and them were out there, and it's like he was such a beautiful soul, and like the police took in all of that. But then plot twist on this one is like when the protesters were outside of the apartment, like the BLM and like the typical faces.
Yeah.
The young lady, whose apartment he was firing in, she came out and had her moment. It's like, yeah, what about me and my kids? This motherfucker shot up my apartment. Yeah. But you're marching for him and shit. It's like, yeah, like basically like, fuck that guy. He tried to kill me. So yeah, he killed himself. Basically, like the cops came and said, he tried to kill me. So the cops took him out. It's like, what's he crying for him for and shit? That's basically like what she was going. There's a video that's gone viral about her. She's like going like, because she comes like to like,
for point of reference, what race is the young lady that he was shooting?
She looked mixed to me, but yeah. Like, okay. To be honest, she looked like she was Latina.
Like Latina, okay.
So she could be like black
and white, or just a light skin, or just a really light skinned black person.
Yeah, she looked whatever it was. Like she and she says that her kids are black. Yeah, so she the father must be a black guy. Then yeah,
right.
The chick looks Latina to me, but she might be black and white. But yeah, but she looked like she wasn't white. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
She was ethnically ambiguous, kind of ethnically ambiguous. So okay. I just wanted to get the point of reference just to try to see like what the young lady looked like, but she did have black children, so yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, and what's up Ben Crump's ass? That's all I know.
And it was like, what was like he just fired? What was him firing to her apartment? What prompted him?
That he had a mental health break. That's what it is. But still, mental health or not, you can't just shoot her like But a lot of these mass shooters, they claim in mental health too. Is like,
that's I don't
use that as a cop out to like terrorize motherfuckers.
That's one thing I don't like about, like, I feel like the whole mental health thing sometimes can be used as a crutch with this type of stuff, because they're like, oh, he had depression, he had this, it's like, I mean, we
all have problems. We don't go.
I'm not saying that you don't have where you are gonna like, don't push me, I'm close to the edge. I'm not saying that we don't have those moments, but it's just, I feel like it's a weak argument. I mean, it's like, I feel like it's a defense weak argument to just try and not get the death sentence. That's what I feel like. Like, so, oh, my person won't get the death sentence. Okay. They had a mental health thing. They need evaluation. They need to be locked in a psych hospital and not spend any time in prison. I feel like that's where it is a lot of times. And it's like, I'm not saying
just get out of trauma, murder charges or whatever.
And it makes it bad for people who actually do have mental health issues. Because I say I know people who do have mental health, who do deal with things. And it makes it hard for people who actually are going through, real breakdowns and things like that, who aren't harming anybody. Like, they're more so doing harm with themselves, whether it be not eating or whatever the case may be, or like drugs or doing whatever, like hurting themselves rather than lashing out and trying to hurt others. So
I was trying to find Ben Crump's tweet and shit, which might be deleted now. Shit, his black ass.
Whenever he shows up, I question. I hate to say it like that, but I mean, I question the validity whenever I see him show up. I hate to say it like that, but because I mean, I feel like he's like not being funny. I feel like he's like an ambulance chaser. I feel like basically he's kind of like, hey, black man shot. Let's go. It's like that. It's like,
put a picture of him like the picture they put like the most angelic picture of the guy. And she,
oh yeah.
This is Tekel Sundberg. Minneapolis police department killed this smart, loving, artistic 20-year-old after hours-long standoff who's experienced a mental health crisis. We need answers from the MPD as to why Tekel's mental health.
The picture of him like blowing bubbles with their nephew.
Yeah.
With their 5-year-old nephew blowing bubbles, doing stuff like that.
Well, yeah. Fuck that guy. He was shooting up somebody.
But I mean, it's media probably like
our dad talked about media. He killed himself. That's all I look at it.
Our dad talked about that with media, like media propaganda with showing the images that they went to.
And he told us, put us on game.
He told us about like
how I went into media. He put us on.
Yeah, he told us how it went down
back in the day. Yeah,
and that's something that I never forgot.
Now that I'm in media, I see it with my own eyes.
When Dad told us that, I never forgot it.
Stories are buried. Certain stories are highlighted. Yeah, I see that.
But when I see certain things, I'm like, Daddy said this to me like 20 plus years ago. Daddy said this like 20, 25 years ago to me. Mm-hmm. So it's not shocking when I see certain things, and when people get, chest just swole, you just getting so like just angry about stuff. Which this gives a perfect segue for my story.
Let's do it.
Have you seen Sesame Place?
I heard the Sesame Place story.
So this is what happened.
I said that I'm definitely out of the loop with as far as kids shit. I'd never even heard of Sesame Place.
Right. So it happens in Philadelphia. So Philadelphia is a predominantly African American city. It is. It's predominantly African American. Right. It is. Just calling real. And there are a lot of people in Philly, like depending on what part of Philly you're from, it's some po folks in Philly. It is. So, they had like their parade thing or whatever. And the video that
this fake ass looking Oscar the Grouch character, like which I never
Rosita.
heard.
It's Rosita.
Never heard of Rosita. It looked like a fake ass Oscar the Grouch to me. That's
her name is Rosita, and Rosita.
I don't know those characters. I know.
They're like newer characters. Like I said, I know.
Oscar, Elmo. I know the old school ones. That's what I say.
I know all of them because obviously.
You know the new ones, like I said.
Yeah, obviously why I know them. So
Dawn and Forgetful Jones. Guy Smiley, that's the character.
The count 1, 2, 3.
Sherlock Hemlock and shit. That's the characters. I love Peanut Butter Sandwich. What's the Magicians? The Amazing Mumford. I know him and shit. I love peanut butter sandwiches.
I can't with you. But
so the video memories, goddamn it. That's why.
The video that's since gone viral is
Phenomenon. Goddamn it.
Phenomenon. It's like a 20-second, not even 20. It's like maybe like a 15-second. It's like a quick clip video. And this shows Rosita, and Rosita is dancing in the parade. Like a little bit before she hugs, she bends down, she hugs.
The little non-black kid.
A non-melanated child. I'll say it like that, a non-melanated child. Then she high-fives a non-melanated grown-up. Mm-hmm. Then she looks over, and then it looks like she's saying, like she looks up and she goes like this, and there's 2 little black girls that are trying to get like the high-five, and it looks like she looks down and goes like this and goes no to them. And then goes about her way. So I was like, as a parent, I did not want to make a judgment seeing just a 10-second clip. I was like, I want to see what's before. I want to see what's after. I want to see because, like, obviously,
more to the story than
I need more context. I need full context because obviously, in the social media era we live in, we can clip and edit shit to make.
Oh, you can tell whatever narrative you want. Shit, yeah.
Like if somebody, like here's a great example. If you see somebody, a video of somebody tackling a child to the ground, a grown tackling a child to the ground, that looks awful. But if you see that something was coming down about to crash and crush the child, and that's why they tackled and moved the child out the way, and you saw the full context, now they're a hero versus they tackled an innocent child.
Like it's a video, well, not a video, it's a still from like years ago. It looked with these two white dudes with the bloody ass black guy. It looks like they were like, you know, some lynching
stuff. Yeah.
But then when you had more context, they actually were like helping the guy, like he had got his ass beat by some other crack, and they were like, yeah, like he was leaning on them. They were
taking him to safety.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, but still looks like they're attacking him. It's like, so I was like, yeah, more context.
So that's why I have stuff. Yeah. That's why I was like, I didn't want to make a judgment, but then I saw other videos of other characters that like other parents provide their videos. They're like, oh no, we have receipts. So other parents started sending their videos, and it looked like these characters were blatantly, not just Rosita, but some of the other characters. It was like this one blue, I don't know, this purple character there. He looks weird.
So you don't know all of the characters then.
Like, what's his name?
It probably wasn't Sesame Place. I never even heard it. That was a knockoff.
No, it is Sesame Street, but it's like a
wasn't Sesame. That one wasn't. And if you don't know that character, he ain't been on the show then.
Like he was purple with like a orange nose. Like he looked weird as fuck.
He wasn't on the show. That's the only one. I would have said like that one. I would have dismissed. This ain't Sesame. I don't know this character. It was so bullshit. So that's what that was with that creepy gorilla. You remember that? They were showbiz.
Those animals were so creepy. Those animatronic robots were so creepy.
That's where they were at. That was an old video. That was an old video from Showbiz back in the 90s.
Those were scary. Like those were creepy as hell. But no, that guy.
The 80s, whenever Showbiz was popping.
But that character, though, it knocked down a child the way it was like it like belly bumped the child and knocked him down. And it wasn't like, it was a little child. That child wasn't even like, the baby looked like they were like maybe about 2. The baby was really small.
I don't think that was an authentic. That was a knockoff. That's one of the characters you see in Times Square, like, or on Hollywood Boulevard. You know, like the homeless people that be. That's what one of those was. You know, like
Elmo looks a little rough.
You never been to Times Square, but you've been to Hollywood.
Elmo looks a little rough around.
They got Elmo, like homeless Elmo and shit. That's what that was. Or dirty ass Spider-Man costume. It's like that. Like in Times Square, y'all know what I'm talking about.
The friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? No, that's not Spider-Man.
You know, he got a silly string and shit. That's what he got. Dirty ass Spider-Man shooting silly string.
Silly string.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man don't shoot silly string. Goddamn it.
Yeah. No, but so then after that, so then Sesame Place, Sesame Street released like their Instagram apology, and then it sounded like no accountability. It sounded like complete bullshit, no accountability.
I think what they want to take credit for that homeless guy. The first one, the Rosita, I give you that, but they said that homeless guy, like that was in Times Square. That wasn't us, man. We don't know that. Like,
this is what they said about Rosita. They said that because of this is the excuse they get, because of the costumes, it obstructs their view because they can't see. Because I mean, I've never spent time inside of a costume like that. I haven't.
Mascot before I can say.
I've never done that, but I can imagine it's hot as fuck in there because you're in a whole. I mean, I've seen people with their heads off smoking. You know, it's hot as fuck in there. Mm-hmm. It is. And then I don't know like how well you can see. Like, is your vision like past like? Are you like past this point like under right here? You can't see. Like below your shoulder or whatever, I don't know. But the fact that Rosita, like, hugged another little, and then I think showed Rosita interacting with other children along the parade route, and all the children that Rosita interacted with were non-melanated. They were non-melanated children.
Maybe that actress or the whoever was in the suit.
Yeah.
It don't mean Sesame Place.
It doesn't mean exactly, and that's my point.
Maybe,
that's my point. I said when all the
suit is a racist. I don't know. Yeah.
When all the people that will just like going like cancel, cancel them, cancel. Like my thing is, okay, if you're a corporation, but the answer they give was bullshit too. Like this, like I don't. You gotta hold your people accountable. Like, I don't give them a pass either.
Because
this is my thing.
There will be an investigation or some shit. I don't know.
If a racially thing happens, if anything happens where you discriminate against
race, there will be an investigation.
Age, sexual orientation, religion.
From the video, you don't know per se. Like, so with that, all you can say, like, there will be an investigation.
There you go.
And investigate the fucking person in the suit.
But they basically just had no accountability in the first apology. They said that, like she would never do it. The actor does it, and then they were just trying to make it be like she couldn't see the children. They ran that thing.
John Cena was at the. You can't see me.
They ran that, and then when when other parents started giving their receipts, then they had to change their tune after other people gave their receipts. But it's like you should have Then they went the Starbucks route saying, I think, how they're going to do racial diversity training. Why we have to do diversity training? Why in 2022?
Racist. That's the training.
Why is diversity training a thing still in 2022?
It's
Black people, we've been here how long? You still ain't used to seeing Black people? Come on now.
I borrowed a line from in Liar Liar when they say, stop breaking the law, asshole. Don't be a racist, asshole.
There you go.
Diversity training. Don't be a racist.
It's not the 40s, it's not the 50s, it's not the 60s, it's 2022. Come on. Black people, we've been here. Black people, we're in powerful positions. It's more black millionaires now and even billionaires now than it was several years ago. So it's we're in positions of power. So
who's the youngest billionaire on the list?
Yeah, Rihanna. Congratulations to Miss Rihanna. But it's we're here. So it's what are you? You're still not used to Negro now, and you're where'd you come from? What town did you come from where you don't see Black people?
Yeah,
we everywhere. We're everywhere.
That needs to be investigated, but the other one, I'm not investigating that Times Square character. I was we don't even know this character. This ain't one of
our. You don't know who that is.
Not one of our characters. Don't send us don't send up clips of bombs from Time or Hollywood Boulevard. Don't do that. We're not actual bombs. That's funny. And speaking of New York, follow up on a previous reported story. Remember the story of the bodega clerk that stabbed the shit out of dude because he was the boyfriend of some chick who's EBT.
$2 got declined.
Chips and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was her chick. She was buying chips for her daughter. It got declined. It's he came and stabbed him, and then he charged him with murder. Yeah. Charges were dropped against that guy. I said right from the
yeah.
It's self-defense, clearly.
You
came in there behind the counter and was threatening them and shit. Yeah. So, yeah.
And let's put context here. Let's put context here. That guy looks 67 years old. That man looks 60 at least.
He was in his 60s, yeah.
At least. That man looks 67 years old. Like I said, I know we always like to say Black don't crack it, we age different, but
he was in his 60s. I don't think he was 67, but he was in his 60s though.
To me, he looks 67. That was an old man. That was an old man that he attacked. This young guy was 20-something, 24, 25.
And some chick, because I saw another video, one with audio, a different angle. You can see her telling was there, I'm gonna get my nigga like that. So she told her she was gonna get her guy to come through. Yeah, hey, it's some bullshit. I'm gonna go get my nigga to get you. Yeah. She's space. And then went and got her boyfriend and shit.
And then got his ass killed.
Mm-hmm. Over some thought and shit. Yeah.
Over some chips. So you died. You lost your life over here lies this young man. Why did he die over a bag of chips?
When I go bag of shit because some thought told him to attack this old man at the store and shit at the corner stores. We say here the bodega in New York.
Because you said he was Dominican. Like I said, Dominicans hey.
Yeah.
They got the blade. They quick with the blade.
In New York, it's difficult to get a carry license, but yeah, it's not illegal to carry a fucking knife.
That's your blade.
He had his knife and shit.
I know I'm gonna go back to juice. Ryan Mess had a blade.
Exactly. lot of men look Dominican too.
My man was like he was Latino. I'm not sure what, they never specified what country, but he was definitely Latino, and he had a blade. So that's all I'm saying.
I guess the DA, they looked at the place, say, you know what, like let that old man go and shit, like send him home and shit. Send him home to his family.
That's old man's trying. And then, like I said, he may be sending money back home to his family. Because, like I said, a lot of people who come to like this country, they are sending money home to support their family back at home. They're still sending money.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they
can, then they to make a better life for themselves, because it's better, it's more opportunities.
Because first they set their own foundation, then once they get everything, then they're like, now I can bring you guys. Now I bring you guys because I got my foundation sturdy. Now I'm gonna bring you guys over.
Yeah, Jose Alba was the clerk's name. Shout out to him and shit.
He did nothing wrong. Yeah, somebody you came behind the counter.
I used to, our dad.
That means you want all the smoke.
Our dad owned the store, our
father owned the store.
I stabbed a motherfucker, and they tried to charge me with murder. Shit, Get the fuck out of here, man! Shit, I didn't carry it in, but I definitely would have stabbed somebody back then. Yeah. This is the '90s. I definitely would have stabbed a motherfucker back then. Now, now come at me. I'm trying to see something now, but. You're coming at me with that bullshit about your card getting declined. I'm trying to see something.
He did nothing wrong. It's like even a person doing this, like, because I get like people get unhinged over the stupidest things. If your card declined, you thought that you had enough to buy your little bag of chips. Now fuck you, fuck this raggedy ass store. That whatever, that's fine. And you go about your way.
Even go outside and talk shit, go on your live and like in front of the
store. There you go. Don't come to this raggedy
motherfucker. Bullshit, They won't let me, they won't let my daughter get some chips. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, we boycott. Like even that is fine. And
that's fine. All that's fine.
First Amendment. Yeah, that's fine.
Verbal is fine.
First Amendment.
The second that you get physical.
Well, she went and got her boyfriend to like threaten the guy. Now you crossing the line. It's like,
and you want all the smoke, and guess what?
He had the fucking lighter and shit. Damn it. He wanted to smoke. He had the lighter. God damn it.
You wanted all the smoke, and now this man's dead. So like we always go back to, like I say, ladies, you need to stop doing certain things. Fellas, stay away from these toxic ass women. Like that's the best advice I give to men. Stay away from these toxic ass women, men, because you're gonna end up in jail. You're gonna end up dead. You're gonna end up dead or in jail. You are. So stay away from these toxic ladies, fellas. That's what I would say.
All right, let's take our talents to South Beach right now. Shift to Miami. Yeah, actually, Rolling Loud, Miami. Did you hear what happened in Rolling Loud, Miami this week?
With Kid Cudi.
Yes.
Day and night. That's it, right. That's it, right.
Yeah. Let's rewind. Yeah. Let's rewind a bit how we got here. Okay. Kanye was supposed to headline Rolling Loud. Yeah. For whatever reason, Kanye said like, "Nah, I don't want to do this shit anymore." Like he didn't get canceled; he canceled himself.
For whatever reason, it's no reason. He's Kanye. Kanye, well, he's not even. He's Ye now. Let's call him by his correct. He's Ye.
His mama named him Kanye. I'm gonna call him Kanye.
He's Ye. So Mr. Ye, he one day he could be like, "I'm going to do here." It's like, I'm not doing that.
Right, and you're the headliner, so like that's a big deal. It's like, man, if you spend like hundreds of dollars to see Kanye and he ain't there, you'd be a little pissed off.
Hundreds, even up to 1,000. Some people may spend $1,000.
People probably traveled there too, because that's like Lollapalooza. It's a big festival. People probably traveled there from like other parts of the country or other parts of the world to come see that.
And Miami is very expensive. Everybody I know who's visited Miami has told me that it's much more like, you think that, I only need this much spending money. You want to spend way over that. Everything is expensive as fuck in Miami. It is.
You came to Miami to see Kanye at Rolling Loud, and you get Kid fucking Cudi. Nothing against him, but he ain't Kanye. Kanye is a GOAT to me. Like Kanye is in my top 5 personally. Kid Cudi is probably not even. Kid Cudi's not even in my top 100. Like that's
like if you were going to see like back in the day, if you went to see like Michael Jordan dunk, and then
not only that, let's say you had Bulls tickets, you were waiting to see Jordan, and then like Jordan, and then like, but Jordan's not playing, but you got but Craig Hodges is starting in this place. Like nothing against Craig Hodges, but he's not fucking Jordan and shit. So it's like that because like Hodges was Jordan's backup on those
right.
So so I paid to see Jordan, not Craig Hodges.
Not him, right?
Pissed off and shit. Yeah. I'm trying to think of who was back. Oh, I got his back up on the second 3P. You paid me Jordan, you got Randy Brown. So I'm saying like that. Like it's like he's like, nah, that ain't it. Yeah.
See my face, like yeah, Randy Brown. That ain't it.
I went to one of those games. I went to matter of fact on my birthday in the '98 season. If Jordan didn't play in that game, I would have been pissed. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Well, you did go to the last. They showed you on the Last Dance. You went to that last dance game.
I was at that game. Yeah.
So when I saw them when they put like
they
posted the date
on March 24th, I was like, yeah, I was there.
March 24th, 1998. I was like, didn't you go to that game with Dad? Like, didn't Dad take you to that game for your birthday? He was like, he did.
We knew that we knew that was the last. We knew Jordan was retiring. So Dad said, let's go see him like one more time.
Let's go see him one more time.
Might not get to see him again. So Dad did decide. He said, yeah, let's go see Jordan. So that was cool. But imagine him not being at the game. But that's what it's like when Kanye, like you replace Kanye with Kid Cudi. Yeah. So needless to say, they booed the shit out of him off stage. They were throwing shit at him. And then you saw the video, right? Have you seen it?
I didn't see the video, but I heard Bottle hit him.
He says, okay, if one more person throws, which you can't say that to an angry mob. It's like, yeah, just either like try to weather the storm or just quietly leave. It's like, it'll be like, if one more person throws some shit, I'm walking off the stage. And guess what happens? Like,
Bottle his head.
Yeah, he walked off the stage and shit. Yeah. And the irony of this whole thing, guess what happened like later that night? Yeah. Lil Durk was performing. Yeah, no, guess who Lil Durk brought out on stage with him?
Okay.
Kanye. Made a surprise appearance with Durk. So after all of that, they got a little bit of Kanye because Kanye, his father stretched my hands.
Well, maybe because maybe the Chicago connection, maybe that's why. Because Durk was like,
hey man, come on out with me.
Come on out, Chicago. They got the Chicago connection. That's the only thing I could think of why he would. And Durk is like the hottest one out now. Durk is. Durk is the hottest one.
Kanye came out and did a song with Durk. I was like, after all of that, so they still got to see Kanye. They trashed Cudi for nothing because Kanye ended up showing up anyway.
You can't do that because at the end of the day, he was just trying to do his job. All he was trying to do was just do his job.
And what it says on all of these shows, like read the tickets, like read the fine print, like Woody Woodpecker. It says it's like subject to change. It says that on all of these, yeah. Just because you paid for like one doesn't mean that they might. It's a card subject to change. It says
you paid for Beyonce and then got
Boy, that's you set the bar way high on that.
I was gonna say Carrie Hilson. Well,
I would definitely do that one, but no.
If you got Carrie Hilson, you were looking for Beyonce. You got Carrie Hilson. It's like okay,
Miss Carrie, baby. That's funny.
Because I thought about because Carrie said her little line against Beyonce, and then the Hive says.
They had words some years ago.
And then you haven't seen her since. You haven't heard from Carrie Hilson since.
Subsequently retired and shit after that.
She's acting now, but
Carrie, baby. I forgot about that. They had words some years ago. But but Kanye the Kid Cudi does. And the real beef with and it's funny because of the Kanye fans, a little bit like the Beehive too. Yeah. They're not as intense, but they kind of like them because Kanye and Cudi had like a little beef right now because here's where their beef started because Kid Cudi is homies with Pete Davidson. So there it is. Like, that's his homie. So Kanye is like, okay, you gotta choose sides. He's either gonna choose Skeet or you gonna choose me. You gotta choose sides.
My thing I still like, why are you calling him Skeet? Like that's
because he's skeeting in his ex-wife. That's
right. I mean, that's not. I wouldn't call it like if a guy was banging my ex, I wouldn't be like. If I was a dude and a guy was banging my ex, I wouldn't be like Skeet. No, I'm not doing that. Like my ego wouldn't. I mean, I'm not doing that. It's like okay, I get relationships end. It's like if she want to move on, okay, whatever. Relationships end. Shit happens. But so that's what
caused the original beef. Because remember, like they were like, yeah, because. Kid Cudi was good music. He was part of the team, but that's why they don't like each other now because the whole Pete Davidson and him are homies and shit. And Kanye is like, if you're gonna hang with that dude, then we ain't cool no more. We ain't down no more, huh?
That's kind of
And then when he pulled out and replaced him as Cudi, it's like that wasn't. I knew the fans were gonna reject it because it wasn't just Kanye no showing. It's like who you replaced him with. If it had been like Chance or somebody, they might have accepted it better. See, like if it had been like a different act, it's like but Cuddy is like, they're like, no, we
and
don't.
Chance oozes. I mean, like
We don't
everything
like
that
him. It's
Chance
like,
does.
yeah.
I respect everything Chance does, like as a man. Like, I mean, I love what he does for like his city and everything for us. You know,
I don't think they would have threw shit at Chance.
He oozes like Chance oozes positivity. Like, how can you not like Chance? Like he's just full of positive energy. He's positive. So yeah, how can you
There's a
not
show
like
at House of Blues where I ended up going to because of the change. Because originally it was LL Cool J. House of Blues, like you know, Lisa E is like one of the biggest LL fans ever, and yeah. And so she was like, "Oh, LL's not going to come to the show tonight. They replacing it." You know who the replacement was?
Who?
Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, okay. Like, so there you ran.
I said, "Get me on the list." That's all.
You dashed. You dashed for that.
So Lisa hooked it up because like she didn't want to go anymore because LL wasn't there. I was like, "Yeah, put me on that goddamn list." Then I'm going. Yeah, so I went and saw Tribe at the House of Blues. It's like 04 or something like that.
You went on war tour.
With Muhammad, my man. With R Dub, my man. I went to me and Rico. Went on a war tour with R Dub, my man.
Electric Relaxation is still one of the best. I'd say one of the most complete songs that, like, I would say if you would say a complete song where it's like the beat is smooth, the lyrics were tight, I would say that's a complete song. Complete song, Electric Relaxation is a complete song to me. It is. Yep.
Even had
it's no weak point in that song to me.
Even have a memorable quote in there. Yeah, I like them brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. Neighbors like from the nation. We can get down, so let's knock the boots like it's Group H town. Like, come on, yeah. Even had like memorable quotes in the song. It's like, hey, memorable quotes.
The wordplay. Yeah. What's off on your couch now? You got Siemens furniture.
What's the name? Yeah.
You don't know.
You hit it from the back, girl. Someone test a hernia, bust off on his couch. You got
Siemens furniture.
Yeah. It's like he even had quotable lines in that shit. Yeah. So like that is what it might be one of the perfect songs. Like
it's a complete song.
Yes, yeah.
It's a complete song. To me, it is.
From my favorite.
I may disagree, but
to me, favorite album ever, Midnight Marauders, my favorite hip hop album ever. Midnight Marauders.
Your favorite album ever, I know. Ever.
I wonder. That's it. Yeah, my favorite, Midnight Marauders, and that's like probably the most popular track from that album.
Kid Cudi, do this. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Don't let these.
But that's the real reason I think I don't think it's necessarily because Kanye was. I think because it was Cudi because like we don't like him. Like you
don't like him. You got him of all people.
He hang out with Pete Davidson. Let's throw shit at him. It's like that's what that was.
Yeah, because I mean you throwing stuff like you can't like we always go back to this. Like I said, I don't know much about Kid Cudi, like his personality and anything like that, but as a grown person, like you're not walking up to a grown man on the street throwing shit at him. You're just not.
Like Ron Artest to the medalist.
You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna throw shit at somebody on the street if you see them. So why you do it to a celebrity at a concert, an event, in a controlled space like that? Because you feel like you're untouchable. So I could be an asshole and nothing happened to me.
Mm-hmm. You feel
until you get the Ron Artest, and now Ron Artest was right for whooping ass. He was right for that.
And looking back, as we look back in 20,
he was right for whipping ass.
He was. 20, like about 20 years later, with our 20-year goggles, is now most people are agreeing with Ron Artest.
He was right.
Steven Jackson. Well, at the time, they they were looked at as the bad guys. And
he was branded as being unstable and just like that. All the stuff they talked about, like his mental health, and they like went in and they really.
I like the whole looking back, like the racial aspect they put into these thugs and all of that shit is like they put all of that.
They were not thugs.
Like, but he threw shit in there, and Jack went out there because that was his homie getting attacked by. It didn't look right. It's like a bunch of white dudes beating on Artest. So like, the visual of it. So he went out there to help his homie. It's like,
And wasn't there a Jermaine O'Neal in there too?
When they came down on the court, he never went in the crowd. Only ones that went in the crowd were Artest and Jackson. Only ones that went out in the crowd. Once the fans started coming down on the court, and now once you down there, now like
all bets are off.
You have every right to knock because like you're not so. I think it says that on your ticket too.
You're not supposed to leave your seat.
You're not, especially
unless you're invited, because like they do we need volunteers from the audience unless you're invited specifically,
like they do like
during the halftime game they do that.
Sometimes they do like dance contests and stuff like that.
During like the timeouts or whatever.
dead ball.
I've never gotten picked for that. I always that was my dream. I wanted to get picked because I was like, I think I could win.
I did a dance contest at the Universal, but never at a Bulls game. I did one.
I did one at Universal Circus and I won.
I don't even remember and shit if I won.
I won at Universal.
I must not have. I don't remember if I won or not. I don't even remember.
I did win.
But
I hit my old school dance. But I always wanted to do one at the Bulls game. I was like, I think I could win. I could win it. So I want to go and I want to win like a Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan jersey or something. Because they be giving like prizes like that to you.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to like cool shit. Yeah, cool shit.
But yeah, it's like you don't come on the court, and that's why nobody was charged because Ron Artest knocked dude out, but like he couldn't have knocked you out if you were never down.
He wasn't. Basically, if you point to your head, if you stay in your seat, you would not have gotten knocked out.
Exactly. Then when Jermaine O'Neal, like when what we called it back in the day, the baseball slide, but really it would have been another Kermit Washington situation if he didn't slip. Like the court is slippery then because like all the beer and shit, sweat and beer and people throwing shit is like so. Court was slippery and shit, so he was running to knock dude out and shit, but he slipped and shit, so it looked like a baseball slide. But it's good he did slide because he would have like Jermaine O'Neal's like 6'10", like 250. That's a big dude. It's like if he hit him with all of that power running forward, he would have fucked it. It would have been like Kermit Washington all over.
Oh, smash!
Look up that.
It's clobbering time. It was clobbering time.
So him slipping was actually a good thing, but that's all I got. You got anything else, kid?
That's pretty much it for me as well.
Okay, I guess it's time for us to wrap this niche up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not another damn podcast, episode 269. Damn, you're fine. I had to remember again. Like we're not the 369 yet, but we're inching our way towards that. Yeah. So definitely appreciate each and every one of you supporting the podcast. If you want to support us further, you know what to do. Give us a like. Yeah. Also, you can subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. I'm talking Apple Podcasts. I'm talking Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Miss Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
Like been supporting like pretty much since we started the podcast. An old family friend. We call it our play cousin pretty much.
That's our fake cousin.
Our
family knew each other from
decades. It's like
for like 60 years. Our families have known each other.
Our grandparents and her grandparents were homies, basically.
like 60 years. Yeah, there's like 60 years ago.
Old long time family friend. Yeah, that's why we always shot Tasha out on it. Also, what the hell else was I saying? Yeah. YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. I forgot where I was going. Follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. Shout out to the little lady as well. We got it in a couple of times this weekend for parties. So just chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool right now as I record this podcast and not shooting no b-ball outside of the school. But go ahead. Little fresh Prince humor right there.
You can check me out MSIMAH626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Mm-hmm. Also STR8GULOEY1 on Twitter, STR8GULOEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
Finished early this week. Yeah. Well, I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
Gone.